right, so here he is representing New Zealand and, of course, Nigeria. Enter the last style bender, Israel Adesanya. We've certainly enjoyed our time getting to know this young man in our fighter meetings. He has a high fight IQ. He's a thinking man's fighter. And obviously the physical skills jump off the film every time you watch.
Yeah, he's got it all. I mean, the guy has it all. And as you watch him walk to the octagon, he has a confidence and the air about him that many don't possess. He has always known he would become a champion of the world. He proved that he can do it. Now it's time to show whether or not he can do it again. Sometimes getting back is harder than getting there the first time. Let's see what Israel Adesanya can do to try to become the middleweight champion again.
And certainly the discipline, the motivation, all that stuff is still there. And there was a definite intensity to him here during fight week. We'll see if he can channel that into the desired result tonight. So the latest title defense arrives here and now for the UFC's undisputed middleweight champion. And prevailing wisdom is it's going to take a huge effort out of the challenger tonight to dethrone this dominant king.
Absolutely. You do not beat this guy without being on your A game. And not even just your A game is going to get it done. You have got to overachieve in order to beat this guy. This guy is firmly entrenched as the best in the world. When you look at him, you know he's the best, from the way he carries himself, to the confidence, to the skill set. He's the champ, and he doesn't intend for that to change.
Seemed as though it was maybe a difficult weight cut, or more difficult than once prior, but he didn't want to hear any of that noise in advance of this latest middleweight championship title defense. All right, all the hype gives way to the action here. Both fighters have now touched down on the canvas, and we are ready to go from the Mecca, Madison Square Garden, here in New York, New York. Our tale of the tape for this middleweight championship fight. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC middleweight championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Israel, the last style bender, Adesanya. And now, introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC middleweight champion of the world, Jack the Joker Hermansson.
Herb Dean, our referee for this one.
Ready.
All right, early round action here. Jack Hermansson was unabashed in our fighter meeting about his grappling advantages in this particular matchup. He felt like he could win a kickboxing match if need be, but he said, I'm going to go for the takedown early and use my submission skills as long as this fight goes. On any given Saturday night, Jack Hermansson looks like he can put away any middleweight. And
Massive hook lands, and his opponent seems to be on his way out of the fight.
What a wild start to this fight, unless, of course, you like defense.
What a great fight so far. These guys are laying it all out on the line.
Oh, man, how many head kicks can one man absorb before getting separated from his punches?
One, normally, this guy has a great chin, but if he takes any more, he's going to be sleeping.
All right, so we're starting to see some swelling now, DC. We'll see if he can make some adjustments defensively.
He's taking too many of these shots up top. I mean, oh, my God.
Oh, how good is this? Both men going for the finish. Both guys appeared to land there. How good is this action about a minute in? I think I'm gassing out just watching this thing.
I'm exhausted trying to call all the strikes that these two men are throwing at each other. What a fun fight.
Yeah, I hate to be the punch counter tonight. It's hard to think about a fight in his career in which he has absorbed this amount of damage. His face is essentially shut.
Unrecognizable. He's unrecognizable. That is as close to the term that I can say. This guy does not look like the guy that walked into the octagon early. He made a lot of mistakes early, and they're ultimately cost him.
Picture-perfect shot there, DC, and one more of those he might have.
I mean, the fight is going to be over. I can't believe he's still standing. That shot landed perfect.
We're getting a finish here. Under 3 minutes now to go, and what has been a very... he might get finished here. All right, so the referee has called a halt to the action here, likely to have the doctor come in and look at the swelling around that eye. Not good, DC.
You cannot allow these fighters to dictate and determine whether or not they can go. When you have this type of swelling, you got to take a close look to see if the guy can compete. Nope.
That's it.
Nope. Not able to let him.
That's the right call. That eye was essentially closed. You can't compete with one eye unless you're Michael Bisping, and that's the end of the fight.
And not everybody's Michael Bisping. Not everybody's that tough. Not everybody's that durable. But this guy could not see. He had one eye, and it was only going to get worse for him.
Bruce Buffer has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, the doctor has called a stop to this fight, declaring the winner by TKO, and still the undisputed UFC middleweight champion of the world, Jack the Joker Hermansson.
So you just heard it there from Bruce Buffer, and still UFC middleweight champion. He had some